Hi friends, welcome back to Asana with Samantha. Now outside of yoga, my favorite form of exercise is running. And so I figured it was about time that I put together a flow for runners. Now when I first started running, I didn't really know what to do in terms of stretching. I'd often forget to stretch, and as a result, I would experience a lot of cramping and discomfort. And so this flow specifically is designed for post-run, and it'll help you to just kind of stretch out, and it'll help aid in speeding up your recovery time. So that's what today is all about. So if you've got blocks, you can go ahead and grab your blocks. You don't have to have them. And if you feel like you need something to cushion your knees, like if you have knee issues, then please feel free to grab a blanket, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So start in a kneeling position. I'm gonna turn to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. Go ahead and bring your weight forward, tuck under the toes, and then just sit back onto your heels for a toe stretch. Now, some of you might be groaning with this. I know the toe stretch is not a lot of fun, but believe me when I say that stretching out the base, the muscles that you just barely ran, it will be really, really helpful for you. So stretching out through the feet is important, so stick with it. Breathe. You can do this. In fact, while you are in this toe stretch, might be a good time to tap into yourself, tune into your breath without manipulating it. Just observe where it is circulating. And see if you can sit with the discomfort. Now let me be clear, discomfort and pain are not the same thing. So if you're feeling pain, don't do whatever it is that I'm asking you to do. If you're feeling discomfort, then maybe sit with it a little bit. All right. Couple more seconds. Okay, bring your weight forward and place your hands down and just tap out those toes to relieve some of the tension. And then we're going to stretch out the tops of the feet. So if you'd like, you can place your hands behind you as a support for the balance, or you can bring hands to heart center. Either way, start with your hands back so that you can just pop up the knees and stretch out the front of the feet. And then you can either leave them here or bring them here. And again, breathe. Should feel your core engaging a little bit. This is mostly going to be a stretchy flow, but you'll still work a little bit. It's good to end our workouts out strong. A little bit longer. All right, go ahead and place the hands down, bring the weight forward, and again, tap out those toes to relieve some pressure. Awesome, if you want to circle, you can do that. That feels nice. And bring yourself into a tabletop position. So stack wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, and extend your left leg out long. So those toes are tucked and you're just bringing that pressure back to stretch the calf. If you'd like, you can bring your hands a little bit farther forward to add some pressure and get a little deeper into that stretch. This one is glorious after long runs or short runs, but it depends on your style. I always like to stretch after my runs instead of before my runs, because when your body is warmer, you're less likely to injure yourself while stretching. It's possible to injure yourself during the stretch. So if you do stretch before your runs, please be careful with how deep you allow yourself to get into those stretches. All right, go ahead and release that left knee down. Extend the right leg out long, tuck under those toes. And again, if you want to bring that weight forward, sorry, hands forward, not weight. You're bringing your weight back. If you bring your hands forward, you've got a little bit more pressure to work with. Breathe. If you just completed your run, then enjoy this. This is your cool down. Just rest into it. All right, go ahead and release that knee down. You bring your hands back. And tuck under the toes and then bring your bottom all the way up to the sky for first downward facing dog. You want to make sure your sit bones are broad, wide, and again, that your spine is growing tall. So don't worry so much about getting your heels to the ground here. Worry more about getting your tailbone up toward the sky. If you want to bend your knee to straighten the spine and then start to straighten the legs, it can be a really good way to get into the correct alignment in this position. If you want, you can feel free to pedal through the feet. It can be a good way to stretch out through the hamstrings and again through the calves. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and lift the right leg. You can open through the hip. And if you'd like, you can bend that top knee just to get a little bit deeper into it. And then go ahead and bring that knee all the way up to your nose. Keep your hips high. Plant that foot between the hands. Angle your back foot at about 45 degrees so you can come all the way up for warrior one. You want to make sure your knee is headed toward that second and third toe on that right leg. Arms come up to the sky. Now inhale, straighten that leg, and then as you exhale, forward fold toward that right leg. Now if you'd like, you can just place your hands down on the ground. If you want, you can take your blocks and be up like this. This can be a really great place to be. Just make sure wherever you are in this pyramid position, that you are keeping a straight spine. So feel what is right for your body. All right, go ahead and bend that front knee just a little bit so you can angle your left foot to be parallel with the back edge of the mat. Go ahead and straighten that right leg again and then open all the way up to the sky for triangle. Again, this can be a really great place to be up on a block to make sure that you are elongating, creating space on both sides of your body, or you can have your fingertips to the floor. Either way, yogi's choice. Move through these poses nice and slow. Inhale, and then as you exhale, go ahead and plant both hands down on the mat. You can bend that front knee and then pivot your left foot so you're in a high lunge. Bring your left hand a little bit wide and forward of your shoulder, and then like you're drawing a bow and arrow, twist all the way up to the right for revolved high lunge. Make sure you're keeping your left hip engaged. You don't want to be collapsing. You want to keep it engaged so that you're not compromising those hip joints. Really make that wingspan grow. You should be feeling this all through your right glute. Inhale, and as you exhale, plant that hand back down. You can drop the back knee and then heel toe your foot all the way to the wide edge of your mat. And then we'll come all the way down for lizard. So if you'd like, you can place a block down. Or if you feel like you can make it all the way down to your forearms without it, then feel free to do that. If you're up here, that is fine as well. Just work within the range of your body's capabilities. And again, keep that left hip engaged. Chances are, if you're engaging your left hip, it's opening through your right a little bit more. And again, if you have knee issues, you can move your blanket underneath that left knee. All right, inhale, come all the way back up. You can heel toe that right foot back into the center line. And again, if you'd like, if you didn't before, and if you'd like to set down a blanket underneath that left knee, you can feel free to do that now. Untuck those back toes and come up for a low lunge. You can just bind the hands and place them on your right knee. And then to take it a step further, you can bend that left leg, pull it up for a quad stretch. So if you need to straighten yourself up a little bit higher to make this work, that's fine. You can keep your lunge. If this is uncomfortable on your knee, then just do the low lunge. All right, go ahead and release the quad stretch. Bring your weight all the way back, flex that right heel, and then sit back into a half split. So we're folding over that right leg. But again, imagine that you're like squishing something across your mat. You're like sliding that heel back toward you. That'll help to get that hamstring stretch all the way up to the glute. Spine is long, we're not rounding, staying lifted. All right, come forward, pop that back knee up so that you're back in your high lunge. Plant the hands down, step back to a plank. And if you'd like, you can just wave back to down dog, or if you're feeling like you're up for some work, go ahead and vinyasa, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Go ahead and remove the blanket. All right, go ahead and inhale, lift that left leg. You can open through the hip, bend that top knee if you want to get a little bit deeper. Then as you exhale, bring that knee all the way to your nose, keep your hips high, plant that left foot between your hands. Angle your back foot at about 45 degrees. Come all the way up for warrior one. Again, check your knee that it's headed in the right direction for that second and third toe. Inhale, straighten that front knee. And as you exhale, go ahead and fold over that left leg. And again, if you'd like to be up on blocks, either way is fine, just make sure that you can keep your spine straight. If you'd like to try to get a little deeper in these stretches, make sure that you are using your inhales to lengthen your spine and then only compress down on your exhales. Use your breath to your advantage. Don't want it working against you. One more breath here. All right, go ahead and bend that front knee a little bit to allow yourself to turn your right foot to be parallel with the back edge of your mat. Go ahead and straighten that left leg, and then open all the way up to the sky for triangle on the left side. Stretching through all of your adductors. Breathe. Inhale, and then as you exhale, go ahead and unwind. Plant both hands down on the mat. Pivot your back foot so you're in a high lunge. Bring that right arm just a little bit wide and forward of your shoulder. And then go ahead and twist, just like you're drawing that bow and arrow all the way up to the left. So you should be feeling this all through the right glute. Inhale, and then as you exhale, go ahead and plant both hands down on the mat. Heel toe that left foot all the way out to the outer edge. If you'd like, you can place the blanket down under your knee now. Or again, you can wait a few minutes, it's totally up to you. Inhale, and then as you exhale, come all the way down for lizard. Again, option to use that block if you feel like you need a little extra height here. Never shame in using props. I love props. Breathe. Again, keep that right hip engaged so that you're not collapsing into it. All right, inhale, come back up to the hands, heel toe that foot back into the center line. Come forward for a low lunge. So your knees should be stacked over your ankle. But again, you have the option to come back during quad stretch if you feel that. Feel what feels good for your legs, if that makes sense. All right, and again, option to go ahead and bend that right leg up, grab hold with the right hand, and pull it toward you. Stay lifted. Whoop. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Me too. So things that can help with balance is finding a focal point to look at, or a drishti point. The other is engaging your abs. I was allowing my abs to get a little lazy there. So I was wobbling. All right, go ahead and release that back leg. Plant the hands down. Pop that back knee up. Step back to your high plank. And then again, option to wave back, or you can take a vinyasa, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. You can move that blanket out of the way. Breathe here. Again, option to pedal through the feet. If you feel like your hamstrings or your calves are extra tight and they need a little extra stretch, pedaling is great for that. All right, go ahead and walk the feet all the way up to the hands. Place them about hip width apart. Grab hold of opposite elbows. You can bend your knees and then just hang here in ragdoll. You can either stay stillness or you can sway from side to side, whichever feels nice to you. And then on an inhale, go ahead and peel the body all the way up to stand, bone by bone. Head and neck come last. Good job. All right, go ahead and open up to a wide leg stance. So both feet are perpendicular to the wide edge of your mat. See if you can get them as wide as is comfortable. You can place hands on the hips. Inhale to grow tall, and then as you exhale, forward fold all the way down. So again, we're extending the spine long here. So if this is as high as you can get and keep a straight spine, that's totally fine. Do what feels right for you. Go ahead and grab hold of opposite elbows here, and you can sway from side to side. And then walk your hands over to the right leg. Give your right leg a hug. Say, good job today, leg. Ran, doing some yoga. Good work. And then walk your hands over to the left leg. Say, good job, left leg. Give your knee a kiss. Walk back to the center. You can bring your hands as in line with the feet as you can get. And just rest down. Right, inhale up halfway. Go ahead and heel toe the feet in just a little bit wider than your shoulders. Angle them both out about 45 degrees. And then come to sit down in Malasana. Bring hands to heart center and use your elbows to press the knees out to get a little bit deeper. If your heels are not drawing all the way down to the ground here and you're up on your toes, that's okay. You're not doing it wrong. Just enjoy the hip opener here. All right, go ahead and place the hands down. Bring the bottom all the way back up for another forward fold. Walk the feet out again. You want to angle your left foot. Actually, you want to angle both of your feet to be pointed toward the corners of your mat, so it's about 45 degrees. And then bring your weight over to the right side. Flex that left foot. Engage your left quad muscle to protect your knee. Bring hands to heart center for Skandasana on the right side. So inhale here, and then as you exhale, twist to the right to come all the way around. You can pivot on that left foot. So pivot on both feet. Stretch out through the outside on your left leg. Bring your hand to Chin Mudra here. So this is the exhale. On your inhale, come back around to the left, all the way around for Skandasana. Exhale, come all the way back around for this outer leg stretch. One more time. Inhale, round to Skandasana. And then exhale, all the way around. Stretch out through that IT band. Inhale back, and then staying low, come all the way over to the right side. So extend that right leg out long, over to the left side, not the right. So extend that out long, so we're doing Skandasana on the left side. Engage your right quad. Protect that knee. Inhale, and then as you exhale, twist to the left. Let your feet pivot to stretch out through the outside of your right leg. Inhale, come back to Skandasana. Whoop. You lose the balance, that's okay. And as you exhale, twist all the way back around for that outer stretch. Inhale, last time. To Skandasana. If you feel like you're losing your posture a little bit, that's okay. Take a moment to reset. And then exhale, twist all the way around that outer stretch. All right. Come back around to Skandasana, and you can just walk your way back up to the center. One more wide leg forward fold. All right. And heel toe the feet in. Grab hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, draw your head down and bring your elbows out to the side. So we're in a forward fold, but we're using our arm strength to get just a little bit deeper. All right, inhale to come up halfway. You just walk your hands over to the front of your mat and step back into a downward facing dog. Go ahead and widen your hands a little bit to give you a little bit of space. And then just for fun, go ahead and practice jumping through the hands to seated. So come up to the toes, bend the knees, jump through to seated. I'm still working on that one. Go ahead and extend your legs out long. Peel the flesh from your sit bones so you're really rooted down into your mat. Inhale to grow tall, and then as you exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and inhale to come up. Bring the right sole of your foot to your left thigh. You need to scoot into the center of your mat. I got a little bit off center there. Inhale, make sure you're angling your body toward that left leg. Then exhale, fold to that left leg. Breathe. Inhale to come up. Go ahead and cross that right leg over the left. Inhale, and then as you exhale, you can either give that knee a hug or you can use your elbow as a hook on the inside of your right knee and twist to the right. Make sure you're keeping your shoulders away from your ears. You don't want to be sinking down into them. Stay lifted. Again, if you want to deepen that twist, make sure you're doing it on your exhales. Inhale to unwind. Bring that right foot on the inside of that thigh again, but knee is pointed up toward the sky. See if you can wrap your right arm around your right knee. So you're bringing your shoulder on the inside of your right knee and then just kind of wrapping that arm around. If you want, you can just kind of hold here and then fold this way, or you can take your left arm behind you, grab hold of the wrist or the fingertips, and you can fold this way toward that left leg. Again, keep those shoulders away from your ears. All right, go ahead and release the bind. Inhale to come up, extend that right leg out long, and then fold the left foot, sole of the left foot into your right thigh. Inhale, angle yourself toward that right leg, and then exhale, forward fold. And you can grab hold of your leg or your foot, wherever feels comfortable. And inhale to come all the way up. Go ahead and cross that left leg over the right. Inhale to grow tall, and then exhale again, either hugging your knee like this, or you can hook your right elbow on the inside of that left knee. Gaze can come over the back shoulder to deepen the twist. One more breath. And inhale to unwind. Bring that right leg on the inside. Sorry, left leg on the inside of your right leg. All messed up tonight with my lefts and rights, I apologize. So again, you're going to bring your left shoulder on the inside of that left knee. So inhale here, and then as you exhale, you can fold. And again, if you want to take that bind with the right hand behind, feel free to do so. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Both your sit bones should be rooted down into the mat. So if you find yourself floating up, either release the bind or just fold. You can just fold like this too. That is an option as well. All right, release the bind, inhale to grow tall, and extend that left leg out long, and one last time, exhale, forward fold. All right, inhale to come up. You can bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Draw the feet in as close to you as they can get. You can just grab hold of your feet with your palms. Inhale to grow tall, and then exhale, forward fold. So we're keeping a straight spine here. So if that means that you can only get as far as I can get, then that's totally fine. If you can go farther, feel free. Don't let me hold you back. And then you can use your elbows to press down into those legs to get a little bit deeper. One more breath. Inhale to come up. Go ahead and extend your diamond a little bit farther. Inhale, and then as you exhale, go ahead and just round the spine all the way down. Inhale, go ahead and peel the body all the way up. And bring the knees together and flip them around behind you. Come down to the belly. And then place your hands just a little bit forward of your shoulders, and then like you're squishing something again across your mat, like you're dragging those hands back toward you. Use that pressure to pull your chest up, stretch out through your front side body. Shoulders are away from the ears here. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, come up for your cobra. Exhale, lower down. Go ahead and bend the left leg in. Grab hold with your right hand. You can either just hold it here in a quad stretch, or if you'd like, you can place your right hand up in like the center line in Sphinx. You can open through the chest up here as well. Totally up to you if you'd like to do that. Go ahead and release that down. We'll reverse over to the right side. So again, either just the regular quad stretch, or you can have a little heart opener in there as well. Go ahead and release that. Plant the hands underneath your shoulders, tuck under the toes, press all the way up to plank, back to down dog, and then just lower down to the knees and sit back in a narrow leg child's pose. You can either keep your arms out in front of you, up to the fingertips, or you can place them down by your feet. Inhale, peel the body all the way up. Let's go ahead and flip those legs back around in front of us. We'll come all the way down to our back. Good job. All right, go ahead and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Keep that left foot flexed to protect your left knee joint. Thread the hands behind the right thigh. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw those legs toward you. You can use your left elbow to press against your left knee so you get a little bit deeper. Inhale, release that. Go ahead and cross right leg over the left knee. Again, flex that right foot, thread the hands behind the left thigh. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw those legs toward you. Breathe. Allow your body to really start to come down now. We're done with the hard work. It's just relaxation now. Inhale to unwind. Now go ahead and cross your left leg over your right, so it's like your knees are stacked, but we're gonna do a supine cow face pose. So flex both the ankles to protect your knees, grab hold of the shins, and you just draw them both toward you. Again, flex those ankles. This should feel really nice on your glutes. One more breath. Okay, inhale. You can release that. Cross the other leg over, so your right leg should be on top now, or closest to your face. Bend both of those ankles, grab a hold of the shins, and draw both those legs toward you. One more breath here. Okay, inhale to unwind. And just bring both knees into the chest, rock side to side. Bring your arms out to a T shape, and then as you exhale, drop both your knees over to the left. If you'd like, you can use that left hand to add a little pressure and get a little deeper into that twist. Bring your gaze over the right shoulder, or you can just keep your hands out at a T. Totally up to you. All right, inhale, come back up to center. And as you exhale, drop both your knees over to the right. Breathe. All right, inhale, bring both knees back up to the chest, and then we'll go into Shavasana. So you can take whichever variation feels good to you. If you want to take the traditional Shavasana with your legs extended out long, or if you want to bring your feet to the wide edge of the mat, and then topple your knees in, either way is totally fine. You can either have your hands palm up, or bring the hands to the belly to feel your breathing. Either way though, tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back, and then close off the eyes. Now in your Shavasana today, I don't want you to worry about really anything except for relaxing each and every muscle of your body and focusing on your breath. One of the best ways to bring your presence into your body and at your present moment is by focusing on your breath. Now, oftentimes when I go for runs, it's usually because I need to work through stuff in my head. And being present is a really important part of that. And so every time you finish a run, whether you do yoga or not, it's good to take a moment to allow your body to digest what it has just worked for. Go ahead and begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then as soon as you feel ready, go ahead and roll to whichever side feels comfortable to you today. Make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Eyes remain closed. Bring hands to heart center. Center yourself. Blink open the eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for flying with me today. I hope that this was helpful for you, especially if you just completed a run. I hope that this helped to work out some of the kinks. Make sure you drink tons of water today to help flush out your system and replenish yourself. If you did enjoy this flow, please be sure to like and subscribe. There are new yoga flows every Tuesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to be notified every time that there's a new upload, please feel free to hit that little notification bell. Thank you again so much for flying with me today. Have a swell day and namaste.